Hello and welcome back to Operations with Void. I'm your host, Forgotten Void, and it's December. Well, it's December 2nd as I'm recording this. Should be December 2nd as you watch this, depending on where you're watching in the world. Anyways, a few things about operations and Christmas. The biggest thing is snowflakes. All the ships get snowflakes, and each snowflake has a different reward. So tier 10s, you get tier 10s snowflake is festive certificates. For tier 8s, it's steel. For tier 9s, it's 80 steel, whereas tier 8s, what was it? Tier 8s is 70 steel. For tier 6s, it's 800 coal. No, sorry, tier 7s is 800 coal, tier 6s it's 750, and tier 5s it's a little bit less of coal, but you can't run for tier 5s and up, so don't worry about those. And then for super ships, it is 200 steel. Again, steel again. On the Star Trek ships. The Star Trek ships do not have snowflakes. However, when you use a Star Trek ship, you can get festive rewards. And the way festive rewards get is you can select, 700 coal from a tier 5. I don't want to run that tier 5, so I'm just going to go ahead and collect that tier 5. And now I have 700 coal, and this snowflake has been dusted off without me even touching the ship. So that's how festive rewards work. And the more ships you have in port, the more festive rewards you get in a single battle. So, but you need to have over a certain base XP. So, every 1,000 base XP you'll get an extra festive reward. So, and I believe you get several just for playing in a battle. So, the higher the base XP you get per battle, or the higher base XP per minute. The highest base XP per minute is what you want to do. And Ops generally gives a good amount of base XP for their time. They're not the fastest, but they are pretty fun when using for dusting off snowflakes. So instead of rushing through the boring co-op slog that used to happen, why not just play Ops? You can dust them off in playing the Star Trek while you collect stars to be able to complete that collection, or you can just play a random boat like what we're going to do now. So we are going to be fun and silly. We have dressed up Ragnar. So here's Ragnar in what is it? It's Vanguard. Vanguard is our Christmas tree colors, our ugly sweater. I would use Frosty Fir Tree, but I only have the one of those. We're going to use Vanguard to be our ugly sweater. Do I have anything else that's interesting? Because you have the New Year Sky. New Year Sky is one of the camos that you're able to get through this event. We're going to use Vanguard. So this is our ugly sweater for the Christmas as we go in. Now, as for the ship herself, we have main battery module for more reload. We have prop mod to be able to speed juke. We have concealment system for the dispersion of shells attacking us. We have radar mod, even though we can use engine protection mod. We have radar mod because this is something I use in both PvP and PvE. Aiming system on. We have a new flag. So we'll go ahead and increase our HP. Fire, AA, speed, signals, heal, fire, fire. Yeah. So pretty much everything but ram and flooding. I guess we're probably not going to use either of those. And yes, because I have over 500 of each of these signals, I don't mind running them on Ops, even though I don't make that much money. For skills, we have you start with the base of destroyers. And the reason why you want to go with the base destroyers is because by getting concealment expert, your radar range and your concealment equalize, so you have both the same radar range as concealment. The only op that does not work in is, well, actually, in both Cherry Blossom and Hermes, you can have higher radar range than your concealment, right, because there's factors that get those in. But otherwise, we have Superintendent because you want that extra heal. We have priority target, so we know when people are looking at us. We have AFT to get that firing range up to 15 kilometers, so that you are actually working as a cruiser rather than a destroyer. So, I mean, you could do that for the slot mod, but I believe AFT gets more. Plus, you have damage from explosions, so you increase your AA damage there too. The only other thing that I could think of would be Fearless Brawler, but in this way, if you're hiding behind an island, you're still getting the reload time, so you don't have to be out in the open to get the minus 10%. You can hide behind. Now, by going with these skills, we're up to 19 points. We only have 2 more points. So with those 2 more points, I'm probably going to get Demolition Expert. I mean, the other option would be Gun Feeder, or maybe see with an 8-second turn time that gets you down to 7 seconds. That does nothing. So I'm probably going to do Demolition Expert for the extra 1% fire chance, since we have 30mm penetration. I mean, if you want to get IFHE, you could, but there's only so many skills you can take. Ragnar kind of wants all of the gun skills, but she can't have them all. Yeah, she is absolutely stuck with Superintendent by getting 1 heal and 2 heals, 2 radar, and 2 speed boost base. It sucks, but that is a must skill for her. The other options I could see is consumable enhancements. This is the one you would take for randoms, but for PvE, I would probably lean closer to Demolition Expert for my last skill. Other things for Christmas is you get the Invent Pass. You get 2 ships, 2 tier 7 ships that are nice. You can use them on ops. They are pretty nice. You have your gift, which is the tier 10 or tier 8. If you did those missions, that you get a free tier 10 or tier 8. And then the Advent Calendar, which is once per day. So I'll go ahead and pick up mine. It's a super container. Anyways, next one for me is available in 4 hours. It says December 2nd. It's available in 4 hours. It's 1746 on December 2nd for me. No, I'm sorry, 1946 on December 2nd for me as I'm recording this. So, being in Asia and on the NA server, I'm not allowed to get my Advent Calendar gifts until late. Oh, one more thing before we hop into battle is in the Armory. In the Armory. Well, yes, I do want to see Santa's gifts. I don't want to see the design. So these are where you can buy Santa's gifts. And then you have containers for doubloons. But we want containers for real money, because you notice how the reindeer flashes up when you move your mouse over it? That is a secret free gift. So if you see something else, keep your eye out. But so now the reindeer is not here anymore, because sometimes they hide things in these pictures. And then featured. Oh, I'll go ahead and select a free container. Is this there? Where is the Wonders of the Arctic. There we go. So in Wonders of the Arctic is where you can exchange your tokens, your festive certificates for a crate. You just go on. You need 5. I don't have 5. So you have to have 5 tier 10s to get a mega, 1 tier 10 to get 1. Or if you don't really want a Santa's gift, you can just get 375 credits. The New Year's camos, these are for spending real money. If you spend real money, you can get the Christmas tree tokens. So remember, you have to spend real money for these. Oh, these actually look really nice. The Arctic Night lights look awesome compared to some of the others. So you have Nelson, you have Holland, you have Kutuzov, you have any tier 9, Conqueror, all tier 10 ships except collaboration ships. That is a nice tier 10 camo. And then you can get destruction effects like fireworks, the avalanche, and the butterfly kaleidoscope. The butterfly kaleidoscope you actually get for free in the bundle. So, with all of that, for all of the things for, not even all of the things, those are the most important things. You get, decorate your Christmas tree. When it's fully decorated, you get gifts as well. So with that out of the way, we'll go have some fun with Ragnar. Oh, my, there's so many free stuff that's coming with this. But at least ops in general, they have not changed. So as we go into our random op, it's randomly decided to be the Ultimate Frontier. We know that this is still the same old Ultimate Frontier. Meaning this is going to be about 24 minutes. No, I'm sorry, 20 minutes. Just under 20 minutes. I have another game where each match lasts much longer. But anyways, yeah, this one is just under 20 minutes. We're going to start with 2 destroyers over there. Yes, we can get closer, but if you get closer, within about 7 kilometers of the enemy, they like to run away. So staying back is actually how you are able to kill them faster, because then they will continue in a straight line or sit still once you knock out their engine for the second time. The first time they just smoke up. The second time is when they actually can't move anymore. And we're not going to use our radar right away. We're going to save it for when they smoke up, because they will smoke up. Now we're detected. They will shoot at us. And we will shoot at them. And they have floaty shells, so we're actually able to kind of speed juke their shells. Kind of speed juke their shells. Now the gearing's turning away. It's about to go dark. Now that it's kind of going in between and dark and not, we're going to make sure it doesn't go dark. And it's down. No taking out our engine, Mr. Iowa. And now we act like a small cruiser. Even though we're on a destroyer hull, we're going to act like a small cruiser. So what does it mean being a small cruiser? Well, it means that you sit back and you use your guns. That's kind of it. It means that Oh yes, they are looking at us. They're not going to be able to sit about us. They will use, the battleships will use high explosive against us instead of armor piercing. So we don't have to worry about being one-shot. So this is actually a benefit over other cruisers, where most cruisers have to worry about going from full to zero. Ragnar does not have that issue. You might lose half of your HP in a single salvo, but you are very, very, very unlikely to lose all of your HP. Especially since, well, in ops, we've never had detonations. And so now detonations are completely removed, which means even the enemies won't detonate randomly. Sad days. No more random detonation of enemy for, what's it? Anyways, yeah, no more randomly detonating the enemy at the first part of the battle. You actually have to do all the damage with your guns. Or torpedoes. Is it just me, or do I just see the shells rendering in right there at the ship? It's because Michelangelo and Napoli are both rendering their secondaries on there. I can't... It's not rendering for me? Oh my. Oh my, Wargaming, go home, you're drunk. Okay, that's starting to rendering other stuff. And another thing about being in a destroyer hull is you can make the battleships swap between armor piercing and high explosive, meaning they will just not shoot, which is really nice when they just don't shoot at anybody, because you can help your team stay alive. It means you personally are not going to do much damage as we wait to go. Yeah, and because we don't actually have that high DPM, especially with only two 150mm turrets, 4 guns total. Yes, Colorado, look at us. Look at us, you can't do anything. Wahahahaha. Another thing about like being a destroyer hull is that this island, which normally cannot hide a cruiser, it can hide you. So we're able to do this kind of shooting over the mountain without being spotted. Okay, there we go. We finally got a fire. And they're dead. So, reason why I'm not getting in for the broadside of the cruisers is because, well, one, they out DPM me. And since they out DPM Ragnar, I don't really want to get close to where the Cleveland spawn. Two, since the Ohio went over to the far side and spawned the carrier. This carrier is already there, but since they spotted the carrier, they also spawned the escorts for the carrier. And by spawning the escorts for the carrier, they put in 3 more ships into the battlefield. And in order to spawn the cruisers, the Clevelands and it's 3 Clevelands and a Helena, or the 3 Omahas and a Phoenix. In order to spawn them in, you need to have a maximum of 3 enemy ships on the battlefield. Sometime after Worcester spawns in, you need to have a maximum of 3 enemy ships on the battlefield. And then it will spawn up to 5 anyway, and it will equalize so that there becomes 5 enemies on the battlefield. So if all 3 of those died, or if 2 of them, if all 3 of those died, then we would get all 4 cruisers. If one of them dies, 2 cruisers spawn. As soon as 2 more enemies die after, say, the Sherman dies, then 2 more, and the remaining 2 will spawn. If 2 of these died at the same time, then 3 bots would spawn, and the one would wait until 2 more enemies died. And once 2 more enemies died, the last one would spawn in, because it checks to see if there's 3 enemies or less remaining, and then tries to balance up to 5 within its limited spawn pool, and its limited spawn pool is 4 ships. I hope that makes sense. If the time passes, then sometimes there's the Clevelands just don't spawn. Like at this point in time, they're just not going to spawn because too much time has passed before the there's a spawning window, and the too much has passed, and so we're already out of the spawning window, which means those cruisers are not going to spawn. And the only enemies on the battlefield now are these 3 in the corner. Now, I'm not in too much of a rush. I'd rather use my speed boost to get out of danger rather than to get into danger. So we're just going to leisurely take it over. So I guess we're a pocket light cruiser going at 36 knots. Probably 35 without the speed flag. Napoli has spotted the midway. And the first wave is there. Napoli activated their get out of jail free card. And no more midway. Fletcher's over there somewhere. There's a buffalo. We're going to give them something to shoot at. That or Napoli is. Ah, yes, it's Seattle that's shooting at me. It's only Seattle that's shooting at me. I can play with my throttle, play with my rudder, and get out of most of the shell's range as they miss. Because Seattle has parabolic shells that need to nearly go into orbit in order to hit, as they are really slow. As we get closer, though, to the Seattle, we're going to have to be a little bit more cautious. And one nice thing about Ragnar is both of the turrets are 360. Oh, did we lose our... We lost our Napoli. And now we're going to get out of trouble. I think. Nope. Michelangelo, smokescreen, please? Smokescreen? No, no one's targeting you. You're not going to do smokescreen. Ah, we're down to rear turret. We'll go ahead and repair that. So, hitting an island is actually really good at dodging enemy shells because they don't know how to react to your sudden stop. But at the same time, it kinda isn't the best because it limits your maneuverability. Bahaha, take my islands. And we're radar. Hello, Buffalo. Shoot faster than you. Okay. So we're going to want it stopped to let the torpedo pass. And when I speed up again, we have... well, we're not going to get undetected. So we might as well shoot, since we're not going to get undetected. Get 5 seconds of no fires as we try and get out of here. Okay, and another great thing about being a destroyer is you can actually get, since you don't have that much HP to begin with. I mean, this we have 31,000. We can get more HP out of the repair circle, percentage-wise. Okay. Yes, I would like it if the big ships didn't get in the way when I actually wanted to go places. Like, Palmer, why are you going that way? You're going to charge the one destroyer that I was at mostly dead while I get shot at by Annapolis? Alright, we're just going to heal here. As we walk our shells in. So when you have a high fire rate and you don't know where to shoot at, you can do this kind of thing where we're walking our shell in. And then you can see that they suddenly hit on their speed boost. And the reason why I'm not doing anything is while I see shells coming towards me is because I don't have priority target. And so priority target really lets me know when I can just safely open up. Let my allies tank for me. I've already tanked nearly 1 million in a destroyer. I can let someone else tank. As we just go daka 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 daka. Oh, we heal back up to full. And the thing about healing is it heals the hit points that your ship's heal would be able to hit and get first. So if you're just going to do a partial heal, you want to heal before you get in the circle. But if you're going to do a full heal, you don't really. It doesn't really matter. You just do the full heal. Oh, we got lucky. We got a Montana. So for the for tier 9 and 10 and up, it's either Montana or Maine for the second wave. Third wave is always Maine. For the tier 8, it's going to be tier 8 and lower. It's going to be what? Is Colorado or North Carolina for the second wave, and then it's Missouri or Iowa for the third wave. It used to be Alabama, but now it's Missouri or Iowa. And now sometimes instead of going straight in like this, they go around and take the long way. Because who knows why. And there is still a random chance with here because I believe the Jacksonville can be a different ship. They should still have a spawn pool, although much reduced in tier 10 and 11. 11, there's only 2 ships that can spawn in the cruiser slot. Yes, Humphreys, I see you targeting me. Okay. That's a lot of damage quickly. And we're at 1.5 million potential. Yay. Oh no. Do not want to take that. And there's a gearing. At least at tier 10, there's a lot of ships that they have a pool to select from, but at tier 11, there really isn't. So, like with the gearing, you can have gearing or Summers, or you have Force Sherman, and pretty soon they could probably select and put in another ship or two. Ooh. I don't want to be on fire. I like being cool and chill. So we go up north with the Norse guards. Okay. Anyways, so as you can see here, we're not really doing much damage. Ragnar is... it's a funny boat. That's kind of why I took this out here. It's a funny boat. You're going to get... not much damage, not much hits. It's very one-dimensional of sitting back and shooting your guns. Doing one much. And somehow we still did better than Marco Polo, Napoli, Palmer. Because all those ships should have done better than us. Michelangelo is probably the best credit grinder in Ops right now. So they're printing credits right there. So if you want to print credits and get all your XP, Michelangelo is really nice. So Napoli is also pretty good too, as long as you don't die in the first wave and not do much. As for damage, 190, 10k of fire. Most of these just main guns. Yes, we did a little bit to destroyers, which helped. And XP credits and XP, I mean, nothing really noteworthy. We got 300 credits where you're just using green boosters. So with that, I hope this was an informative video, specifically for all you can do on your Christmas. Like, oh, we got an ornament. Let's see what gift we have. Congratulations! What tier 10 am I going to get? So I can pick up any one of these tier 10s. I'll also receive Arctic Lights, New Year Camo, and 6 gifts. But since I already have these ships, I would get free XP instead. But there is one other trick you can do. So what I'm going to do is Tech Tree, Japan, Shimakaze, because you can get it for free. We're going to reset Shimakaze. After selecting, and no, we're not going to reset Shimakaze. But what I can do is reset Shimakaze and then get Shimakaze back. And by doing that, I would have basically, and I would be able to reset Shimakaze twice by getting her as a gift. And so that saves me on free XP, on grinding up through the line, and I could actually get, wait 2 months, and I could get 4 times the, 4 times the reward without spending much or any free XP, because I just reset, get Shimakaze back with the gift, reset her, and then, reset her in 2 months, and then grind her up, and that's 4x without spending much on free XP. So that's one Research Bureau trick you can use if you have a lot of ships already. That said, I hope this was very informative, and I hope to see you again next week. Like, thumbs up, or whatever if you want to. Have a good one.